Parliament. Order of the day number 2.
Subordinate Legislation Confirmation Bill, second reading.
Mr Speaker, I move...
The Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Thank you. I move that the Subordinate Legislation Confirmation Bill will now read a second time. As foreshadowed in the discussions at the Business Committee, the bill's second reading will be followed immediately by its third reading without debate. And that's because the Regulations Review Committee has recommended technical and drafting amendments that can be adopted by the House at the end of the bill's second reading. And the bill does not therefore require consideration in the committee stage of the whole House. The bill is in two parts. Part 1 is the annual bill, confirming and validating orders or regulations. It covers 24 items under 13 different acts. It must be enacted by the 31st of December 2015 to avoid this subordinate legislation lapsing, and I thank the Regulations Review Committee for ensuring Part 1 can be amended to include 2 additional items: the National Animal Identification and Tracing Levies Amendment Regulations 2015 also require confirmation. They were made after the bill was introduced. The Veterans Support Rates of War Pensions Act 1954 Allowances Order 2015 is also included, just in case its past operation is invalid if it is not confirmed and validated. The committee was satisfied that all of Part 1's confirmations and validations are justified. Part 2 would replace all existing confirmation provisions with standard provisions in the Legislation Act 2012. Part 2 introduces to the Act the new term confirmable instruments. The Regulations Review Committee supports Part 2 and this new initiative as simplifying and clarifying the law. One central set of provisions we think is critical. Currently there are over 50 kinds of instruments that are covered up by by up to some 7 different confirmation and provisions over 30 acts. So, Mr Speaker, clear bipartisan support exists. I'm very happy to note that this is enabling this bill to proceed. In closing, can I again thank the Regulations Review Committee, the Attorney-General, the Parliamentary Council Office for their successful collaboration on this bill relating to ongoing work. I commend this bill to the House.
The question is that the motion be agreed to.